Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I'm so happy and excited to be back sitting in this sacred circle with each and every one of you this evening. And so thank you. I know this is in the United States, this is a celebratory weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and tomorrow, Monday. So just a big celebration, and just all over the world, though, really. It's not just for the United States. It's been so many, we know this, warring and fighting, and let's just remember everyone and hold them, and just in that beautiful state of love and compassion, and just thank everyone for all the sacrifices that they've made. So, yes, take a deep breath. Just let everything go. Oh, yes. Hello. All right. So let's see. Hello, Richard. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Ruth. Veronica. Yay. I love that, Veronica. Howdy, all. Of course, I have to put a little twist on that. So, howdy, all. Anyway. So, I'm glad I got here in time. I was actually sitting in another circle with beautiful light beings, and just listening to wonderful sharings and conversations, and it's like sitting with our online communities, and this is part of what we're doing, right? All of us, you're sitting here, and you maybe think, what can I do to help my community? Well, you're already doing it. Believe it or not, you already are. And it's just even by just being love and light that you are. Sitting in circles like this, it always starts within, though, too. So here's the thing, in talking about communities, and what can we do? We want to help. Well, before we can really help or do anything outside of us, you all know this answer. Where do we have to start and begin? Come on, you know this answer. Within us. This is where we do the groundwork, so to speak. And this is where we start. We start with ourselves, and then we expand outside of us. Hey, our neighbors, our neighborhood, our community. And even the beautiful thing, one of the beautiful things that came out of 2020 is building that online community as well, the virtual community. So powerful, so beautiful, right? How many of you may not have even met the people that you have if you had not maybe, took some time last year and just sat in some virtual discussions or circles like this? So it is really beautiful what has happened. And we should always look for, when something happens, know that there's always, sorry, hold on. Nicholas joking me. Always know that there is two ways to look at something. It's beautiful just the way it is. There's a beautiful and a not so beautiful way to look at something, or we can just look at it as in its whole entirety. And so we need to really concentrate on that right now, bringing everything back to one, bringing everything back to that 0 point. And that's really powerful. Let's see who. Hello, Nancy. Hello. So just welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you are sitting in this sacred Excuse me, let me just take some water. But I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And just what powerful times we are in. How many of you just feeling excited? We're feeling this high energy, and the Schumann resonance has been higher than it has been in a while. I mean, just this whole month, it's like up, down, up, down. It's been really high. Hello, Carol Ann. Yay! And so I love when we have other Goldylocks Productions show hosts like Ruth and Carol Ann that have come in to watch and participate. So thank you so much, ladies. My soul sisters, it means a lot. So, and I hope you catch their shows as well. And many of you do, because many of you I see, you support all the shows, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you so much. We all are. We all are very grateful. And oh yes, just this weekend I was busy doing that. Let me get these links for you too. Of course, you're watching on YouTube. All right. But I've set up accounts for us for Goldylocks Productions. You can catch Goldylocks Productions. We are now on, and I've just started uploading. So it's just the last week's episodes have been uploaded onto Rumble. We're on Rumble now. And we also are on, I always mispronounce this. The other video one. This is what happens when you have things that are so closely sounded like Venmo's a PayPal thing, but this is the video one. The Vimeo. Anyway, we're on there too. That's a real popular another video place, right? So we're on both of these. And the reason I'm doing this is because so many platforms are falling. But it's their own doing. Anyway, and I always like to have just a safety net. I want to have a backup for these shows. And I want to have a backup for all show hosts to be able to continue on their teaching platforms, sharing their love and their light. And so I really, would love for you to, out of the two, please pick Rumble. Go to Rumble, subscribe, because Rumble does have a way that we can live stream through there too. So I'm going to check that out. We'll still keep YouTube as long as YouTube is up, knock on wood. And, but yeah, definitely Rumble. And yeah, you've got it, Richard. Yeah, get that, like that. There you go. So, but if you already have a Vimeo account, and that's where you want to be, you can be there too. Anyway, I just really am excited about that. It expands our presence, and we like that, right? So I just was a little nervous. We used to stream to a couple other places, and then those just didn't work out. And so I'm glad just to have, like I said, multiple channels and outlets for us. And so got to spread that love and light around. So hello, Wendy. Yay, did you sneak in there? Yes, you did. All right. So many things. And I know, like the news, and I hope many of you here watching do not pay attention to that. And it's you're not watching the news, even though it slips in on social media, and they know this, and they're having like this workaround, aren't they? They kind of try to slip in. All right. And they really do, don't they? So let me see. Let me read some of these comments. They try to slip stuff in, but we're not falling for that. We're done drinking that Kool-Aid. All right. Many of us stopped there a long time ago. That's really exciting. Thank you. Yay, Ruth. Let's see, Nancy. I'm gonna have to get these because I missed you guys when I don't see you on Facebook anymore. So Nancy, that's good. We're gonna stay here on we're going to stay here on YouTube. I'm just creating some other places as well. Now there are three of the show hosts who stream on their Facebook page and here as well. That's Melissa Parks, Ruth Saltman here, and Christopher Vane with Little Bear Sanctuary on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Those shows, they have their own Facebook pages and stream through there. So it's but I've kind of just taken the presence away from Goldylocks Productions' own page off of Facebook. There's so many. It's a lot of times it stopped working, the live streaming, having it go there. There's too many issues, and so I was like, okay, we're just gonna stop this. So anyway, always thinking just to try to protect the integrity of our show hosts and our shows. So there you go. And I felt like Facebook wasn't doing it for us anymore. That's my say. There we go. All right, moving on. Moving on. All right. So I found something out and I want to share this with you. And we're going to go I'm going to touch very lightly on this. I'm going to watch what I say because so there may be a lot of people now. You can go into the community now. A lot of states are lifting, the things that you have to wear on your face in public, and some places are saying that only take these off if you have got the V word. If you haven't, please leave it on. Okay. Whatever. And then there's some things, what I'm hearing, we got to be careful because anything that comes out in a panic creates fear. So we can calmly get some information without freaking out. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you is because there's a thing now that I've heard of people talking about and we're worried about is that no matter what you do, you still can get infected. So anyway, because of a spike protein. So there is something that you can that counteracts the spike protein. It's red pine needle. You can get the oil, red pine needle oil, with some carrier oil, rub it on the bottom of your feet. Or red pine needle tea and drink it. It's a powerful detox. This isn't the only thing I want you to do. You should be taking care of your immune system on a daily basis. Watch what you're consuming. Make sure you're getting your vegetables and your fresh vegetables, your fresh fruit, all the things, blah, 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 blah. People tell you, but it's really true. Make sure they're organic and as organic as can be. We're growing foods now, garden. This is a great time. Garden. Yeah. So working on, by fall time, I told my husband we want to have a greenhouse put up, and not just a little one. I mean, we want a big greenhouse so that we can access it all year, so we can grow food all year. And I'll share with our neighbors. I'll share with our community. It's just something that we need to get back to, and we need to help one another. And it's everyone. Everyone has a unique ability that contributes to society. Each one of you already are doing that. And so, yeah. And thank you so much, Richard. I just see your super sticker, your donation and your super sticker. Thank you so much. Oh, it's a little fox with a heart. Oh, thank you. I love you too. And so let's just do this because I think it's good for people to understand this. I would like for you to share with me, what do you, each of you, do or be? How do you give back to your community? How do you give back to others outside of you? What do you do? How do you be? Because I know a lot of you sitting in this sacred circle of powerful light workers, and you're doing and you're being. But I want to see if y'all see what you do, right? Sometimes, when you're asked that, you're kind of like, huh, I don't know, I didn't think about it, because you're so busy being that love and light, and that's strong in itself. But what do you do to give back in a physical and a non-physical way? What's a non-physical way of giving back? And go. Come on, people. Come on. Y'all can do this. I love the interaction. I love when y'all in your sharing. So let's see. Richard, I made Mexican lasagna vegetarian style. Very, very nice. Very nice. So those of you who may not realize or know this, but Richard and I know there's several of you too, do have follow a plant-based. We're plant-based, whole foods plant-based, or vegan. So that's the kind of diet and lifestyle that we have. So I chose that in the fall, and best thing for me ever, and I feel so good. All right, so let me read some of these comments. Hello, Robin. A family member I am close to got the I started feeling ill. My friend made me take a dropper full of oregano oil. The next day is better. Yes. This isn't the only thing that counteracts that protein, the spike protein. But this is something that absolutely, yes, because I've also clove oil. And here's the thing, clove oil with the carrier oil, but the red pine needle oil, I said rub it on the bottom of your feet. You can also put it in your belly button. That's right before you go to bed. You just put a couple of droppers in your belly button, a couple of it. Now, carrier oil and that oil. Put some in your belly button and lay down. And that's another way. It gets into your system really quickly, your belly button, under the soles of your feet. So pretty neat, huh? Let's see. I'm glad that you feel better, Robin. Yes, pay attention to how you feel. This is very important that we do not overstress our bodies during these times. And there's going to be a lot of information that's a lot of us are going to be like, oh, finally. But a lot of information is going to come out, and a lot of truth is going to shock people. And we have got to be here for them, even if it's just being supportive, just listening, just okay. Never say I told you so, or I knew it. Let's not do that. All right, let's just be there supportively, and let's be a part of the solution, right? Which is, what are we going to do? Keep going forward, one step at a time. See, Carol, smile or say hi when walking by someone. That's huge. It is. It really is. That just makes everyone's day, and I think that's we get to enjoy that now without these things on. But even with them on, you can still tell when someone smiles, right? At least you hope they're smiling. But it's so much nicer to have that smile, and so nice. And hello, Laura, beautiful Laura, another one of the Goldylocks Production show host. Yay! Rob and I collect clothes for the women's shelter. That's beautiful. I love that. Robin, I'm going to do the red pine needles oil. Yep, you could do the oil. Like I said, be careful. Just make sure, there's a lot of health food stores around where you are, Robin. Make sure it's good quality. If not, you can go to, I don't like to recommend the big A online, but, it's convenient, it's fast, right? So unfortunately. Nancy, I've been a CNA for almost 24 years, and I try to uplift, yes, the patient or family members when they are going through emotional feelings. I also give away things I no longer need instead of sell. That's wonderful, Nancy. I love that. Love it. And what a powerful healer being a CNA. That is not easy at all. I just want to share with you our neighbors next door to us are in their 80s, and they're like adopted parents to us. And so our adopted dad crossed over last week, but they both had some health issues off and on over the years, and they had CNA come in and help them. And what a difference. And I'll tell you that after he crossed over, those nurses came over on their off time to spend time with his wife, with our adopted mom. And they didn't have to do that. But that's part of just being there, just being supportive, just sharing the love. So, thank you, Nancy, and to every one of you that do that. So, Richard, my place of work, let everyone, if they want to, not wear that's good. That's great. I love that. Yeah. Pretty much at this point. There you go. I think that's great. That's smart. Nancy, they become our family too. Yes. And it's not lip service, people. I shared that to show you that it's for real. And Nancy's validating this. It is for real. They do become your family too. And it's so beautiful. Ooh, Wendy, I think there is going to be a lot who just won't wake up. Well, I feel they will. Okay. They will wake up. Here's the thing is that they'll be in denial. It can just be so devastating to them. How would you feel? And a lot of us already processed through this. I think many of us sitting in the Sacred Circle have already processed that everything we've been taught is a lie. Anyone that's walked on the spiritual path, we've realized that a long time ago, right? We kind of got the gist of it. But we're going to take a step further now, and everything that we have been exposed to and taught is a lie. It's a twisting. It's a control. It's everything outside of us. But those who meditate, those who take the time, who journal, those who speak to their spiritual team of guides and angels and celestial beings, you're okay. There's no lying there. That's just pure divine love, light, and truth. You're going to be okay there. You know that. That's fine. That's safe space. It's Sacred Heart Center, right? And so, but those who haven't, their identity there is not in here. It's outside there. Aren't they going to have a hard time? They're definitely going to have a hard time because they're not anchored within themselves. They're not anchored to this beautiful planet through them. Everything is outside of them. And when that shifts and change, that's going to be devastating to a lot of people. And as more and more comes out, and my husband can tell you, I'll sit here and I'm journaling or I'm watching something and I'm just crying. Because even though we can sit here and we know, we feel these things that's coming, we still have to process it and allow yourself to process it. Okay? Yes, Wendy, you do. I volunteer at a cat shelter, but I also give away a lot of things I don't need anymore. That's beautiful. Purging is huge, right? And it's great. Let's see, Robin. I feel like I know too much about the junk going on. I try not to let it consume me. My spirit guides have told me stuff has come true already. Exactly, Robin. Yes. And that's the thing is, don't let it stump you, trip you. You just keep right on going. And that's okay. Right? So yeah. Oh, and but we have to, everything has to go through this. This, like I said, it's the third dimension finale. There has to be a dying off for the rebirth. The rebirth's already happened. So and I know we talked about this too before. It's like we are truly multidimensional, and we're feeling the third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension simultaneously. Those that meditate can go higher in the fifth dimension. So we're already in these these many dimensions already. We're already going through it, right? Right? Oh, my little doggy wants to. You want to come say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? Ow! No, he just want to sit there. Oh, Ty. You want to come up here and say hi, Ty? Say hello. Sweet boy. All right. I know. Oh. Well, come here. Let everybody see your cute face. No? I'm not gonna. He's big. I'm not gonna pick him up. What? Anyway, so and remember we talked about a couple of times. Yeah, I didn't have a show last week because I was really must have been feeling the energy. I really was off, and I was like, I'm not even going to try. Oh, and I was also processing a lot of things. A lot of people close to us crossed over. Processing a lot of things, allowing myself to grieve, the high energy. I was just done and gentle with myself and was like, you know what, I'm just going to take care of me. And that's what I did last Sunday. So, but a couple of Sundays ago on my show, I talked about to another way is, remember planting the pillars of light? Planting the pillars of light. Planting pillars of love and light. Crystalline pillars, energetic crystalline pillars all around town or wherever you are. Just don't plant them and you just energetically can plant them. Hello, Sarah, Super Space Cookie. Don't plant them in the roadways. Don't plant them where there's traffic or, where people walk. And the reason being, all right, is that another energy sensitive or sensitive person will feel that there's something there and you don't want them hitting it, right? You don't want that to cause an accident. All right. So not in walkways. Don't plant them in walkways or driveways or anything like that. But when I'm out and about in town or driving or whatever, and you see the patches of grass and you see, I like to plant them beside trees. Here, let's plant this, just visualize this beautiful crystalline pillar. Bam, bam. You know what that is? It's anchoring the pillars of light. Now, I've been guided to do this for about 10 years now. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I know a lot of you do this too. So even if you're just standing in some place and just sending love, whether it's grounding or earthing, guess what you're doing? If you are a crystalline being of light, guess what you're doing? You are planting that crystalline pillar of light when you're grounding. Ha! Wow. Put that in perspective. As our chakras are more and more becoming more and more light and crystalline. Okay, so see, yes, we can. The reason for this is, guess what we're doing? We are planting the pillars of the foundation of the new cities of light. The new cities of light. Yeah, the cities of crystalline light, these crystal cities, what do you want to call them? Light cities, crystal cities. And it's very interesting. I was listening to someone, I'm trying to think of her name, I'm sorry. She went through the QHHT, the quantum healing hypnosis technique. I did go through level 1. I did go through that course, but it's not something that's really for me, as far as, because it deals with a lot of local. You have to do it hands-on, and a lot of my clientele is not local, and it's very long. A session can be like 5 hours long, and I'm like, okay, no. And the thing is that I'm experienced already, and I saw the beauty of me having to go through that course was because I already am participating in quantum healing, so that's beautiful. Love quantum healing. Bam, bam, bam. And so the whole point of that is she was sharing her sessions with somebody who's talking about that they went ahead a little bit time-wise, jump timelines were going back and forward. But they were talking about how with all the energy from the solar flares, and when I talk about the Schumann resonance and all this higher energy, that's what it's talking about, is that he's experiencing all of a sudden everyone was doing what they normally do on a daily basis, and they got hit. This whole bunch of energy came in, and everyone just stopped, and that some people fell to the ground. A lot of people fell, were dazed, whatever. Those who could hold that energy and that light got up and was helping others. Hey, come on, but it was really, really beautiful. And that day forward, with all the solar flares, all that light coming into the earth, was the beginning of the building of these crystal cities, or these light cities. Now, our very own Reverend Lee Chapin, who is, her shows usually on Mondays at 2 p.m., but she is going to take the summer off. Bravo for her. She's worked so hard. She's going to go back up. She's living in Florida. She's going to go back home to Illinois and just rest and for the summer. But her show will be back on in the fall, Inspiration from Spirit. But Reverend Lee Chapin, you can find her on YouTube. She just recently posted. So I watched that one first about the quantum healing technique, the hypnosis healing technique, that session with that man saying that. Then I watched Reverend Lee's video about the new light cities. And I was like, it's all the same thing no matter what we call them, right? For people talking about, and I remember Atlantean times in the golden age of Atlantis, Lemuria, were the crystalline cities, crystal temples. And it's that crystal light type of thing that we're going to be going back to. And in that session, I think her last name is C-O-E. I have to remember her first name. Who was doing that, who was giving the session, I should say, and was sharing that, her YouTube channel. But it was just fascinating to listen to all of it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sarah, so much for your super sticker. Let me go back and read some of these comments here. I love the image of planting pillars of light. Yes. I tune my ukulele to the chords that are 432 vibration. Yes, 432 is that, I call it, it's the secret heart vibration. It's the earth nature. It's the same grounding. It's that cosmic heart frequency. I love that. Let's see. Robin, what I do not understand is some people I know who are very spiritual and very intuitive have done something I know is wrong. Then they get very sick. I thought they had a deep understanding. Robin, I understand that. We're going to see. I'm trying to be gentle with this. All right, but we are going to see a lot of spiritual people. How do I say this? Were they truly deceiving and false prophets? There's some that were, okay? But there's also some that all right. So when I talk about brainwashing, it's like society has been brainwashed for this. You know that the brainwashing took place in every sector, with religion, with financial, but also too in spirituality. Don't you think for 1 minute that if they controlled religion, they were going to jump on this new age stuff, the spiritual stuff, and reverse it as fast as they can, or give false teachings in this? All right. So they did go and plant false gurus, false teachers who taught a lot of people. And so there's going to be innocent spiritual teachers who blindly follow. Let me say that. But yes, Robin, I know you would think that they should know, and that they are always pay attention. Pay attention. Because there was people that I've recommended to you guys too. There's one or two that you finally see as more and more light come in. I'm like, something's wrong here. This person just shifted, or this energy shifted. Maybe it was me. My energy shifted. And I don't agree with this anymore. And so I'm going to back away. And that's okay. Because when you back away, then other teachers, other people come in, right? And that's fine. That's beautiful. I don't regret any of that. You have to give love and gratitude to every one of your experiences, because it's been building blocks on our paths, right? Let's see. Right, insight about a video. Yeah. Exciting. Thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, I love music and vibration. And that's the thing too, is we need to on a daily basis listen to sound, music. Music. So the things you can do when you start to feel stressed, or I find this, if I start to feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, I start humming. I just start humming, because I'm instantly, my body's going, I'm stressed. I need song. And when I catch myself doing that, I'm like, oh, okay, let's just go listen to some music. Let's sing. I have a drum. Let's go play the drum. Let's play the rattle. Let's shake the rattle. Let's just enjoy the vibration of sound. And so it's do that a little bit more too. And that's very, very powerful. The frequency of love is sound. When you hear the angels sing, I know we've all heard this. It's the seraphim angels. When we hear these high vibrational angels, beings sing, that's you're right there with source, with creator, with divine creator, and holy mother and father God. You're right there. And we each have a sound. We have a beautiful tone in this divine heavenly music. And so each one of us is important, or else the song just wouldn't sound right. The law of one. And each of us are important. Each note is important. And just even in the Bible, they talk about, right from the beginning, how important sound is. Right? And God said, let there be light. God said, sound, let there be light. So light and sound, are they the same? Is light and sound not the same? You bring more light into your body with singing, with that song, with your heart song. Let your heart sing and raise that vibration. Okay? Let it catch yourself. When you listen to your body, because your body will tell you when it's stressed, right? Your muscles will tighten up. Maybe you're catching yourself trying to hold your breath. No, don't disconnect from that sacred breath. That's the time to stop and take really deep breaths. I'm going to go and blow that out. I'm just going to take some really, really deep breaths. And it's very important to continue taking deep breaths, to do that deep breathing. Yes, continue with that. All right. And many of us can even feel tested and challenged. Going back to people that we thought, and I'm going to address this, not just the spiritual gurus following and those that follow blindly, even in this field, but even a lot of our spiritual friends, just it's that ego. That ego is there. It's just kind of, ego is a part of who we are. It should never be in the leader or command position. All right. No, no, no. It's meant to be there to help or as a trigger. It's meant to be behind you or beside you. It's never meant to be controlling in front of you and leading the way. All right. And just ego also stands for what I heard, I thought was really, really pretty, is edging God out. The more your ego flares, the more you're edging God out. Or the more further we're getting away from our inside, which is where God is, right? And so I liked that little, edging God out, ego, to keep my ego in check, to keep my, nope. I feel that. Well, that was a very egotistical thought. Where did that come from? When you have that conversation, it actually stops. It starts to back off. It starts to, oh. And maybe because it's something that you still need to resolve within you. But when you start to address that, and you're finding out your triggers, that is huge, isn't it? That's huge. Great definition for ego. Yeah. Edging God out. Yeah. Take a deep breath. Stay hydrated. And you can I know I say this a lot, but it's very important then, because I like to remind about increasing your vitamin C's, your vitamin B12s, and the thing with vitamin C's, you can't overdo that. You can't overdose on that. Your body eliminates whatever it doesn't need anymore. All right, so we need to be taking care of our immune systems. And that's what's going to get all us through. Immune system, deep breathing, making sure you're spending time in that sacred space of your sacred heart center, where you can see the outcome, where you can see that golden age. You see it. It's right here. Just what level are you looking at it from? It's hard to see that from the third D, but we just keep going higher and higher, and just get to that fifth dimension and even fly higher than that. So it's really interesting is that in one of my little meditations and chats with my angelic and celestial committee, it's, most definitely, I was like, it's interesting how the eagle is representation of United States, of the United States. And I was like, but the governments, or I'm going to say the controllers, have taken that bird, each wing, all right, here's this side, here's this side, you got the right side, you got the left side, but they're both a part of the same thing, the same creature, all right, they're two wings of the same bird. All right, so now, and I'm bringing this up because in this conversation, I saw the eagle transform into this golden eagle. There are like, this is very powerful times that we're in, and the eagle transformed to a golden eagle. And there's no more of this left, right. It was unified. This eagle in harmonious alignment is a golden eagle. A golden eagle. So beautiful. And what helped bring that in alignment too is that being reunited with the golden what is that called? It's a vulture, a condor with the feminine condor. So the golden eagle and golden condor are reunited. And there's an old Native American saying that when the eagle and the condor fly together, there will be peace. So the condor, vulture pretty much, a condor from the South American tribes, that was their prophecy. The condor represents the divine feminine, and the eagle, the divine, or just the masculine. Well, they pretty much have lost, they fell from divinity. And so now them being shown as golden means they've risen back up to their divinity and they are reunited as one. They're flying as one. They are together as one. And this has already happened. It's not it's going to happen. It's already happened. And that they showed me that in that visualization, in that conversation. It was just so beautiful to see that. And I'm sharing that because I want you to have hope. I want you to hold on to that. Okay? And the only ones that I don't say need to worry are the ones that are truly evil and have no desire of changing or going back into God's embrace. Well, too bad. They will take care and be dealt with accordingly. And so, talking about the rest of us. Okay. Oh, Robin, today a huge, massive bald eagle flew out in front of me and started circling around me. It was beautiful. Yes, that is beautiful. Wow, I love that. Eagles, yes. There you go, Robin. Oh, I love it. Yes. And yeah. All animals though are very important. It's just beautiful messages. So let's see. See, Melissa, I saw a bald eagle at my brother's today. So isn't that interesting? All of we're getting like this really, I think, the same messages, right? And that's the beautiful thing too, is that we are all okay. So you've heard about tapping into the collective consciousness. Well, humanity has a consciousness that we don't want to tap into that humanity's collective consciousness, because that's tainted. And that's like the fourth D, what we call heaven energy, is humanity's consciousness. And that fifth dimension and higher, quantum consciousness is where we want to be. Quantum consciousness. And a lot of us have already done that as we've gone through the fourth dimension and into the fifth dimension and higher. And how can you tell? And again, it's not an actual physical place we go. It's our consciousness shifting. And I've noticed myself, and what I've heard from other people, when you have what's called like your review of life, where you feel like, oh my gosh, I've had this life review. I'm going over everything that has happened. I thought I took care of all of this, but yet it's coming back. It's because you are not judging you, but you are observing your life. You're having your life review. Okay. Please be gentle with yourself when that happens. Don't be judgmental. We're just observing with without reliving it. Let's say that. All right. With no emotions. We're just, oh, okay. And again, realize that there's no mistakes. Everything happened just as it's supposed to. Where we thought we went off track, that's powerful. They were powerful teachers. Those lessons, those situations were powerful teachers, weren't they? We see it now. We don't see it then. We go, oh, wow, that was embarrassing. But hey, just keep going. One day at a time, 1 foot at a time, one step forward. All right. Oh, that's good. Robin, it's a beautiful message for us. Oh, Wendy, bald eagles near my house. I was floating in my pool one day and he circled me. I hope he didn't think food. No, that's very beautiful food. You're funny. No. That's beautiful. They just connect with you. I think that if you have these, when you're outside meditating, right, and you're done and you open your eyes, what animals are around you? They love that energy. And they'll come and be a part of that too. And even if you don't think you're meditating, but you're just sitting there and you're relaxed. Relaxation is a form of meditation. All right. Reading. How many of you go into another world when you read? Is that not meditation? That is. Writing, journaling. And I say journaling because there is a difference between the journaling and the writing, unless it's automatic writing. That's spiritual. You're receiving the messages and writing that down. Journaling, it should be comfortable and you're happy with that. Sometimes writing can be very uncomfortable for people. So if it's uncomfortable, don't do that. Anyway. So let's see. I think you were going to type something. I know you're trying to type something else, huh? Autocorrect. Robin, I have learned a lot of stuff in my life, so I keep learning. Of course we do. Absolutely. Yeah, I was meditating. Yeah. And I love that. And let me I'll share this with you too. Just many of us. All right. So when a lot of you know this, when I first I always thought I was been connecting to the seraphim angels, which I have been, but they always showed up as huge columns of light. I didn't see wings for a long time until I went to church and was shown this is what angels are supposed to look like. Then they started coming around looking like that. And I realized what they were doing is they were putting themselves in place because they knew my mother was going to have a fit with me seeing spirit. And so she was like, just please stop talking. People don't do this. Stop telling me what you see. I don't. No, people don't want to hear this. Oh, okay, fine. And I was like, well, can I talk to the angels? And he said, yes. So then how smart were some of my family members and my grandparents and people that I wanted to talk to? They would come. It looked like they had wings. And this is the thing is when our loved ones come to us and they look like they have wings, it's not them. It's right behind them. It's their energy field. They come in their bubble, right? They come in their orb. And that, what's it, herb gel liquid is very angelic. It's an angel bringing them in. And so there's that light and that glow. And some people go, oh, I saw my grandmother and she had wings, and it's beautiful. But that was the energy that brought her there. All right. And so, yeah, a lot of celestial beings. We have a lot of, they don't like to be called ETs or aliens. There are celestial families. A lot of us are being guided by these beautiful beings. Now, those who love the birds so much too, there are these beautiful bird beings, the avians, and they work very closely. They are often mistaken as the angels, and very benevolent, very loving beings. And so just to help to put it into perspective a little bit for everyone who is around, we have a lot more guardians, celestial guardians that have moved in to be here to hold space for us. And it's beautiful. We had to reach a certain point before they could come in. And we did. We surpassed it. And we are accelerating really, really fast. Now, I don't like to share timelines because they're shifting and changing so fast. What I didn't mention was in that QHHT session, she asked, what timeline is this? Or when do you see this solar flare or this light lighting up everywhere? And he said 2022. I haven't asked for a time in a while, because years ago it was 2050 of reading the golden age, then it was 2032, then it was 2030, and it keeps, you know what, pat yourself on the back, bravo, we are doing excellent work. We are just spreading so much love and light, and so much is activating. Everyone's activating on a very fast rate, that we are really pulling this, maybe pulling, or we are ascending so much faster than it was prophesized. So, isn't that beautiful? It's great. So let's just keep on shining a light. Plant these pillars of crystalline light. Remember, in a non-traffic area. Like you're planting a tree, right? Because that's just how powerful it is. Continue to do that. And be proud knowing that you are laying the foundation of these new cities, these new light cities, these that are going to be like floating on the earth, that, you know, maybe hovering above the earth, hovering above water. Some are going to be floating in the air, floating cities. Gorgeous, beautiful. It's wonderful. Woohoo! Yay! Sarah, I had a hummingbird flying beside me today while I was watering the flowers, and it just talked, and it just talking away to me. Yes, I love that. Oh, yes, you have, yes. Yes, the winged beings love, you know, every one of us in this sacred circle have these connections with all animals, but I see it a lot with the birds and the winged beings, and whether they're dragons. Yes, they are very real. Dragons with fairies, you know, the winged. It's interesting because they're all unicorns. Pegasus is just a type of a unicorn, but they all have wings, but they tuck them in so nicely you don't even know they have wings until you see them ready in flight. So I was like, that's what the unicorns told me. They're like, we all have wings. The Pegasus is just a different variety of a unicorn. I'm like, all right. Okay. And again, that they're not, and again, even in animals, no one's better than each other. They're all equals. They just have different jobs, different qualities, characteristics, right? That's okay. That's all it is. Oh, super fast. I know, Melissa. Super fast. We are going so super fast. It's beautiful. And it's just like, I don't even know what day it is. Sometimes it's like, are we back to this again? Oh my gosh, I just thought, you know, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. But also, those that are watching, please, on YouTube, if you don't mind just giving me a thumbs up, the show a thumbs up, please. Thank you so much. And share this show. Not just this show, all the shows that you feel resonate with you. We really appreciate you doing that. Taking time to like our shows, give them the thumbs up, share them, and because we really appreciate that. And that's a form of just sharing the love and light too. And very, very grateful for that. So yay. All right. So tomorrow is Memorial Day. So there's not going to be any shows tomorrow. It's the official Memorial Day. So we're just going to take the time and spend with our families, our loved ones, or just even for ourselves. We're just going to take some time, some downtime to relax. And hello, Linnell. hello. And you're right on time, Linnell. Always, right? Yay! So we're always on time. So just go forward, shining your love and light in all directions. We are making a difference. Yes, we are. And wow, this is the last show of May. Next week we'll be into June. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Oh, so with that, I think I'll just checking to see if there's anything else final wise that the committee wants to share with you. No, that's everything. Just okay. A powerful June's going to be very powerful, supercharged. All right, it's going to be very powerful. The first week and a half. What are we saying? Yeah, 7 to 14. So the first 2 weeks of June, they don't do time. So let me tell you, this is huge for them to say this. that these next couple of weeks are leaps and bounds we are jumping. All right. We'll talk about that next week. Remind me, somebody. Okay. So, all right. Much love and light to each and every one of you. Be that light. All right. Be that divine love and light and peace. Remember that we are divine beings. We are sovereign. We are free. So many blessings to each and every one of you.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.